Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Nikki. I'm an author and editor and I post videos here on YouTube about writing, editing, reading and all the other things I love. Today I'm excited to share with you a new release. I have a short story featured in the Beneath Yggdrasil's Shadow anthology that has just released from Fantasia Divinity. They're a magazine and they also produce anthologies. And my story is called A Handmaid's Purpose. Just to give you a little bit of an intro, the call for this particular anthology was to write stories about the lost or forgotten Norse goddesses. So there are quite a few Norse goddesses about whom we know a great deal, like Freya and Frigg. However, there are lots of names in Norse mythology of other goddesses who are only mentioned in passing, but about whom we don't really know a great deal. So the question for this anthology was to create origin stories for some of them. Naturally, I was completely inspired by this idea because, as you all know, I'm sure, I love Norse mythology. And I decided to have a go. So the goddess I picked was Lothan, who is the goddess of forbidden love, among a few other things. So I thought that was a fun one to do. And my inspiration, initially I was looking through the names of some of the goddesses and trying to decide which one spoke to me, essentially, which one sort of jumped out to me and gave me a story idea. And Lothan was the one who did that. And of course Loki features in there. You wouldn't expect otherwise coming from me, I'm sure. And so I started penning the story. It's only a short little thing, about 10 to 12 pages, but I had absolute fun with it. And I decided to look at it from the angle of, we have to do an origin story, so how did Lothan become the goddess of forbidden love? And I decided to consider how each goddess had to find their purpose in life. So I assumed that they didn't all have them from the outset, but something happened that they acted in a certain way that then gave them their purpose in life and set them on their path. So in this case, Lothan hasn't found her purpose yet. She's one of the few who hasn't. But meeting with Loki in an unexpected place and time guide her to that purpose of being the goddess of forbidden love. So I don't want to say too much more and spoil it, because as I said, it is quite a short story, so I don't want to give away the whole plot. But I do have a short little excerpt to read for you. By the Nornir, wake up! I awoke from a disturbing dream of racing through a forest, being jostled by branches, to the reality of a finger jabbing painfully and repeatedly into my shoulder. What? A hand clamped over my mouth. I froze and darted my gaze to meet the gleaming eyes of the familiar figure leaning over me, his features just visible in the soft light of nearly spent candles. His unexpected presence in this of all places further confused my sleep-addled mind. How was I supposed to react? I'd never been this close to him before. He'd always seemed so distant, untouchable. Why was I even thinking about that? A wave of lightheadedness swept over me. He flashed me a smile that managed to look both worrisome and alluring. Then he pressed a finger to his lips and bent closer. Shh, no need to wake the others, he whispered, his voice dripping honey. Come with me. There's something important I want to show you. When he removed his hand and stepped back, I started to rise, led by my inbred instinct to obey direction. I was one of Frigg's handmaidens, so I was accustomed to following orders without question. Though always fair, Frigg was a demanding mistress at times. She didn't like to be kept waiting. This, however, was not Frigg. In fact, it was someone I knew she disliked and distrusted. Nor should he be here. Our bedchamber was strictly off limits. So I hope you enjoyed that. There is a little bit more information, including some bylinks and that below, if you'd like to check out the story and the anthology. I will leave you there, but I look forward to talking to you all again very soon. Bye for now, everyone.